and welcome to Red Deer Public Library Schools Out Challenge. This time we are doing another science activity and we're going to play with bubbles. So you can use store-bought bubbles if you have some, but if not, you can easily make your own. You can take 1 cup of water and then you add 2 or 3 tablespoons of dish soap and about half a tablespoon of corn syrup. So bubbles are formed when an air pocket gets trapped inside a soap film. And that soap film is made up of layers. And there's a soap layer and then a water layer, water molecules in the middle, and then another soap layer, kind of like a sandwich. So that works together to trap that air in the pocket. Sometimes you'll notice bubbles pop on their own. We can pop them ourselves or they pop when they hit something, but when they pop on their own, what's happened is that water layer inside the soap films is evaporating. And when it evaporates, it's no longer strong enough, the bubble, to hold and trap that air inside, and it pops. But when we add our corn syrup to our soap mixture, what's happening then is the corn syrup is working to help slow down the evaporation process. And then your bubble solution will last longer, and the bubbles will last longer, and they will be stronger when you use them. So that's why we've added corn syrup, but don't worry if you don't have corn syrup in your kitchen. Some people have also just used sugar and added sugar, and it will work as well. So there's your bubble mixture, and now we're going to play with our bubble mixture by building a bubble snake. And to do that, you just need an empty pop bottle, and then you would need a grown-up's help to cut the bottom off that pop bottle. And the reason we need a grown-up is they're going to need to use a fairly sharp tool to cut the bottom off, and we don't want anyone to get injured. So we used an X-Acto knife to cut ours off, or you could pierce it and use scissors. Whatever you happen to have handy, just be very careful. So once the bottom is cut off your pop bottle, then you're going to need a washcloth, or we've used a J-cloth. If you have J-cloths at home, they worked well at the library when we've done this activity. And then to attach that to the bottom of your pop bottle, you will need an elastic band. So I'm just going to put that around there and pull it down. You want it on there fairly snug, so just pull those edges so that it's on there nice and tight. There we go. So there's our washcloth on the bottom. And then I'm just using a little dish to put my solution in, but you can use any container as long as it's wide enough that the whole bottom of your bubble snake can actually be dipped inside. So pour some of your liquid inside, or your bubble solution, and then dip your bubble snake in it. Drip some of that liquid off. And then you just blow through the drinking side. Do we get lots of bubbles? So you can see how there's all kinds of bubbles, and what's happening is as that liquid's being pushed and forced through the cloth, they are forming little tiny bubbles, and they're all attaching to each other because what's happening is oxygen atoms inside one of the air molecules are attracted to the hydrogen atoms inside another one, and so they are so attracted, or they like each other so much that they cling to each other. So then we get this huge bubble snake. So that's our bubble science this week. Have fun with your bubbles and your new bubble solution, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.